What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and I hope you like this video. This is your review for Encore Season 1, Episode 9. So, we pick up where we left off. Everybody done left. They done had the votes, the last queen's vote. And Cedar calls them all in, for a conversation. And she says, listen, y'all got 72 hours to get this done, okay? 72 hours to make this thing happen. Y'all got to get y'all rehearsals. You got to get your wardrobe. You got to make sure that you are still holding to the Queen's edict, which means that you have to have at least 3 songs with all of the vocals from the group on there. And so they, got to get it together. So when they get done talking to Cedar, basically they're like, listen, Keely, look, I know that ain't what you came here for. I know that you came here as the creative director, but girl, we need you. Like, we went from a group of 8 or 9 to 4. We need you. We need your vocals. And Keely is just not here for it. She hems and she haws and she talks about, we see her in her confessional talk about how hard it is, how she just doesn't want to do it. She don't want nothing to do with it. She don't want to have nothing to do with music. How she did it for other people. She never did it for herself, and it just never made her happy. I don't want to sound insensitive, but what I want to say is, then why are you here? If music makes you so miserable, and this whole thing makes you so miserable, girl groups and choreography and dancing and singing, if it's such a horrible thing, and it makes you feel so horrible, why are you here? Why did you agree to do a show about a girl group? Creative director or not, why did you even put yourself in this environment? But whatever, like I said, I ain't trying to sound mean, but I guess that's what I sounded like. Okay, I mean, so she agrees to do it, but again, you could tell that she really doesn't want to do it. Now, I'm going to tell you who else don't seem to be too excited about her doing it is Miss Pam. Because they were like, Pam, isn't that a good thing? Keely's joining the group. Pam was like, what? Oh, okay. And Pam was like, listen, I don't have nothing to say because I don't want to say the wrong thing. So I feel like Pam didn't have a positive thing to add to the conversation. So she chose, if you don't have nothing nice to say, she chose not to say nothing. That's how I feel. So we get to the choreography, and Keely is just being nasty. I mean, she is being really nasty to the choreographer. She's being nasty to the rest of the ladies. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, but when you was doing it to Lamisha, when you was telling Lamisha that she missed a step, when you was telling Irish, make sure you hold your mic, when you were coming at them trying to tell me something, well, I just want to make sure they get it right. I just want to make sure they don't look crazy on stage. I just want to make sure that they don't look stupid. Remember, you're only as strong as your weakest link. Well, right now, you the weakest link, Kelly. It ain't too fun when the rabbit got the gun, huh? Because Kelly ends up leaving. Like, they were going to stay in practice, and Aaliyah was like, well, listen, if you ain't going to, go hard, then you can kind of just go to bed. And, Kelly was like, deuces, then all right, then I'm going to bed. And I was like, okay. So the ladies feel like they are all on one page. They feel like they've done a really good job. Now that certain people have left and there's not a whole lot of arguing, they feel like they really are, just in a really good place. Pam ends up getting Shamari. And I found it interesting that Pam only pulled Shamari out. And she called Nivea. They called her on, like, a FaceTime type situation. And they told Nivea how much they missed her and how, how much they really wished that she was still there. And she was like, listen, I hear y'all, but, God told me leave or go to jail. So I had to take myself out of that environment. She said, I know y'all gonna kill it. I know y'all are gonna do a good job, and I appreciate y'all calling and checking on me. But it was no longer a positive environment, and so it no longer served me. And I had to remove myself from it. And, they understood. But they were like, girl, we cannot replace you. Like, we can't. We cannot replace you, okay? We see Pam and Shamari working with Cinnamon, working with the vocal coach. And again, I'm like, I feel like Pam and Shamari, we're just seeing them really, and I know, well, I shouldn't say that, because that's what they chose to show us, because I don't believe that they were the only ones working with Cinnamon, but Cinnamon was seeming like she was getting a little frustrated, because she was like, are y'all doing the exercises? Like, I'm not understanding, y'all shouldn't still be winded, and y'all are only half going at this choreography. Like, that's a little disconcerting to me, that y'all aren't, boom, Then we're down in the studio, and Shamari is trying to redo Lamisha's tracks. Oh my goodness, this is going to be so hard to go behind Lamisha. I mean, Lamisha did this so effortlessly. Lamisha was a true soprano. Now all of a sudden, Lamisha could sing. Now all of a sudden, y'all loved what Lamisha was laying down on these tracks now that she's gone. But see, if y'all had just said some of that to her while she was there, people, look, y'all got to give people their roses when they are there to receive them. If y'all had given her even a little bit of that, encouragement, she might still be there. But y'all kept beating up on her and her sister like they were the worst ones there, like they was the weakest links. Now that y'all got to redo all their tracks, now all of a sudden, oh my gosh, they were just such, it was just such this and such that. Then Kelly gets in the studio, and once again, Kelly messing up and hitting the wrong notes, and she too fast, and then she too slow. And again, it was real easy when you was on the outside looking in, criticizing everybody else going in the booth. You ain't had no problems with it then. Whatever. So they still trying to get this choreography together, child. They don't even have the choreography, and we see Kelly goes to talk to Aaliyah, and she basically is telling Aaliyah, listen, I just don't know if I can do this. Like, I just don't know if this is what I can do, you know. And the thing is, at the beginning, we saw Kelly was killing it with the choreography. Like, I don't know what has happened that has sort of seemed like it's sort of killing Kelly's spirit a little bit. I don't know. And again, I'm not going to sit here and say that her experience wasn't bad. You know, we know she was in 2 girl groups that did not end well. We know that even to this day, she's in a really, like, she's gotten a bad rap as it relates to how she, you know, her, you know, with Raven Simone and with Notori. So I'm not going to lessen her experience, but it just seems like at the beginning of the season, you had a whole lot of rah for everybody else, but now that you in the hot seat, it's a whole nother conversation. Anyway, so Kelly just doesn't seem to really get enthusiastic about the choreography. Then it's time for the styling, and again, everything is wrong. Everything is ugly and everything is wrong. And Kelly is just over it, and I can't do it, and I'm just done, and And again, I'm like, I feel like at this point, I feel like Kelly is just looking for any excuse or any reason for this not to work, for this not to be what she needs it to be. I feel like she's just looking for any and everything to say, no, 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 no. Now, we had a very interesting little interaction between Felicia or Fallon, one of the twins, child, and the producer that they kept co-signing. Now, come to find out, her and Cosign know each other. They've worked with each other in the past. They already had a professional relationship, which, again, seems very interesting that she would be so quick to flip out on him the way she did and to be so disrespectful towards him. And it really makes me question the relationship, if you understand what I'm saying. The relationship. Anyway, but they seem to, you know, got into a good place and a good working situation, and, you know, it's all smiles and giggles, you know. So then the ladies come together and they are figuring out this wardrobe situation. They know that Kelly is sort of not with them and sort of like getting checked out. And so they all come together and they figure out the wardrobe. They come up with a solution. They come up with a way that everybody is happy with the wardrobe and that it is cohesive for everybody, you know. And they go and meet up with the, you know, with the stylist. And they come up with the whole show. I think they're going to do like 3 costume changes or something like that. And they come up with the whole thing. So then the group comes back together. And Kelly says to them, listen, you know, again, you can tell she's checked out. So she ends up talking to Felicia and tells Felicia, yeah, I can't do this. And Felicia was like, girl, what? Like, you agreed to do it. What are you talking about? You can't do this. She was like, I can't do this. I can't do this. And so she was like, but why you know we got to do, like, what? Like, we have 48 hours to get this done. What do you mean you can't do it? And at this point, Shamari was like, listen, at this point, if you ain't getting up there, I'm not getting up there. I'm not doing this again. I'm not redoing tracks. You done already sang on your vocals. We done already redone all the choreography. We done figured out the wardrobe. At this point, if you quit, I quit. I'm done. Like, I'm not going to keep playing this game with y'all. And I feel like they guilted her into it, but at the end of the day, they convinced her to do it. So she back in the group, child. Listen, I just felt like this episode was real dramatic for no damn reason. Kelly, I get it. I can't take away your experience. I can't tell you your experience ain't valid. But what I am gonna say is that why the hell are you here? And I feel like I've said that every review since the first episode. Why are you here, Kelly? I mean, other than you getting paid, we got that part. But why are you here? If music makes you so miserable, why are you here? Anyway, that's it. That's all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. We're at the season finale. I'll see y'all on the other side. Peace.